Hello Capricorn, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie. This over here is Blazer the Morky, who is chillaxin', and we welcome you to your March monthly reading. So today I'm going to pull a couple cards for your overall energy, and then we're pulling the cool and lovely Celtic cross that I love to do for the monthlies. We'll do that reading, and then we'll get a surprise mystery message at the end for the Capricorn collective. Now do keep in mind these are general readings, so only take what resonates and leave the rest. I always recommend checking out your sun, moon, rising, and north node readings for additional context and texture. It completes a cycle of 4 that I really think will illuminate, especially on these monthly readings. So check out your moon sign, your rising, check it all out. There may be messages in those other readings for you as well that can come up in really unique ways. Capricorn, if you're interested in working one-on-one, you can check out the description below where I have links. I do lives on the channel all the time. Come check it out. Come hang out when you can, when it works for your schedule. Happy birthday to our Pisces brothers and sisters. It is Pisces season as I'm moving through these readings, so I wanted to celebrate them with the little fish hat here. So I like to have fun, as you know, on my channel and not be so serious all the time. But we're going to get serious here for your reading now, and we're going to get your overall energy. There'll be one card here from the Angel Dreams Oracle. And the root chakra, the red just like flashed into my brain and stuck there. That's not what came out, but I thought I'd mention it. Those of you might be working with red or root energies. Okay. And from the Sea Soul Journeys Oracle, 2 cards this time. You got Fairies, Environment, Playtime, and Enchantment. Oh my gosh, how beautiful is that? The Inner Child in You, a playful nature vibes for sure on that. And then you got Held. May you feel the ocean's caress. Oh, I love that. It's so peaceful. It's giving me like those comfortable Taurus type vibes. Really pulling me into your other fellow earth sign there. Wow. Okay. So you've got environment, playtime, and enchantment, and held. For some of you, this could be quite an inner child kind of vibe coming up, where there's the little you needs a little attention here, needs a little bit of a play date. It's time to have a play date, maybe, Cappy. It's time for a play date. Let me make that the title, unless something else sticks out. I think that's a lot of fun to work with. It's time for a play date. Maybe with your inner little one. Time to go to the trampoline park and jump around, or just go to the park and swing on the swing set. Who knows, right? Whatever your little inner child wants. Give him that. Give her that. All right, let's get into this reading. Starting off in your current energies, you get the 3 of Cups. This is feeling good about the kinship and friendship that you have around you. Feeling like, oh wow, okay, I'm understanding things about myself through the company that I keep, through the friends that I have, and it feels good. It feels fulfilling. Now, the energy that is challenging, that energy is the King of Wands. This is more of a masculine energy. So for some of you, it could be father-related type issues. I do see that coming up one more time here in your reading, potentially. Yeah. Ego and father issues. This may be all the more reason why your inner little one needs a little more attention right now and needs to be held. It very much feels like, now this could be your father, or it could be a relationship with a man or an older brother. I mean, whether you're male or female, you can have relationships with females that feel masculine as well, right? You'll have to decide who this person is. But this feels like someone who is supposed to be strong for you, someone who is supposed to protect you, someone who is supposed to have the answers. There's a whole lot of red in this card. Remember the red. Someone who is supposed to bring you into the tribe, bring you into these places of kinship. But it's a challenge here, meaning it's disconnected from what you've now built within yourself. And it's this masculine energy. Ooh, it feels icky. It feels icky sticky. It gives me kind of an icky gut feeling. So for some of you, it could have been quite entangled with a negative masculine energy of some kind. And perhaps the month of March, from what I'm seeing here, is the month that you may not, healing is ongoing. You may not release every single thing you need to about it. It may be more of life's work where you're kind of consistently healing this, but it looks like you're going to make a lot of progress from what I can see. In your needed focus, you get the Magician. This is about recognizing your own magic. What better way to do that than connect with your inner child, right? You hold the keys. In your greater being, you know you hold the keys, but sometimes you don't know what to do with the keys. And so the universe is saying, you get in touch with this inner child. You get in touch with playtime, the play date, the energy, having more fun, keeping things light. And play with the elements, right? Play with the mood, play with how you feel, play the music that calls to your heart. In the area of the past position, and we're going to clarify all this. I mean, I'm already feeling like I'm getting clarifications without even clarifying, but you've really drawn me in here, Cappy. Looking at the past position, you get the Devil card. I'll tell you what, if any of you have Virgo, be sure to check out Virgo or 6th house energy that's predominant in your chart. Check out the Virgo reading. The Devil was also in the same position. Now for you though, it shows up as your energy. You're a Capricorn. This feels like an innocence lost to me. For some of you, this feels like it could have been something that happened that has long-standing effects in your ability to be vulnerable, in your ability to feel good inside your own skin, in your ability to trust what you know to be true, what you hear as truth, what you know as truth, what you align with as truth. And in the future position here, and the reason I said that masculine energy, father energy, is because we have the Emperor here. We do have a Venus retrograde going on, so I do want to bring this up for some of you throughout the course of the month of March. If you have been estranged from said masculine in your life, they could come back around, whether it be a father, an older brother, an uncle, a ex of some kind, coming back for, honestly, it feels like to take something from you. So I'm glad this is coming up, because then you can watch this and you can say, okay, I will dictate what I allow to be taken and not taken from my energies. And that may mean that this Emperor is telling me that I better have my boundaries ready during this Venus retrograde, because there will be this energy that will try to swoop in and affect me. And we'll see when we clarify. In your place of embodied empowerment, you get the 9 of Wands. I'm loving this card. This card's been coming up a lot this year. And I think it's because people who resonate with my channel, with the creator energy, and I almost want to cry here for you, Capricorn, that you included, you're recognizing that what you understand and know and the mysteries that you have figured out about life, not everybody has that vantage point. You understand the value of the position that you're in, of the vantage point that you have, of what you can see that others cannot see. And that's very important right now. It actually contributes, not in a I'm better than or any kind of way of hierarchy. This is a gratefulness of feeling like, wow, okay, I have figured a lot of shit out, okay? So this Magician that's calling to me again, I know I can do it. Maybe I'll take a little bit different path than I have before. Maybe I'll take the path of my inner child and trust him or trust her for a little bit. But look where I'm at already. And look how much I know and understand and the wisdom I've gained. In your area of allies and support, you have the 5 of Swords. And this is truly that your pain and your heart inform you. Some of you may actually be having pain in the clavicle area here, the intercostal muscles of the rib, the thoracic. Okay, I know for me, that came up for me. I had some body work done. This is you carrying responsibility around pain of the past. That could be what's getting released for some of you. For some of you, it's that father wound. letting it go back to him, letting him have all that. You didn't do that. You were the child. Going back to the ex, that energy going back to the ex. Let them have that responsibility back. And since this is coming up in support and allies, it feels like it's going to feel really good to me. And there's your spirit guides, the holy people, the sacred ancestors would like you to know that. They're seeing that about you. The other person's energy in this feels very diminished. I'm also going to say that. It's sad. It's very sad, but it's also not your responsibility. In the area of environment, you get the unknown card. Ooh la la, chills. I love this card. Okay, this is Scorpio energy. Something about your current environment, you may feel like you don't have a grasp on yet. You may feel like you don't know, but it also feels very powerful. We've got an owl. Is this an owl or a raven? This looks like a raven. Pardon me, it's not an owl. I wanted to say a black owl, so maybe owl and the wisdom thing for some of you. But the raven is holding a scepter here, or like the wand. And there's some messages. There's some messages that are going to come in March. I think they're going to take you by surprise. I think in you receiving the messages, to me, you feel like you're in a position of power. You feel powerful about it. So to me, that's a good thing because you feel like you are empowered with that. So I'm liking that, whatever these messages are. I can't wait to clarify this one. Whew, okay. In your hopes and fears, you have the star. I almost said hopes and dreams because the star card is Aquarius energy. It's all about dreams. This actually feels pretty good. I feel like through the course of you working on whatever issue this is, just naturally during the month of March, you're actually going to be more connected to your desires, your goals, your wishes, your dreams, your places of power, feeling like you're aligned and also stabilized in the energies as well, while at the same time being free, which is like awesome because you really get to take up space in the multidimensionality of the energy that you are. Now, in your potential outcome, you have the Queen of Cups. Oh. Blessings upon blessings upon blessings. This is feeling emotionally fulfilled. And I'm quite certain that as you work through maybe some of these tougher energies in Capricorn, you can power through. This Queen of Cups is saying you're worth it. You're worth it to feel this beautiful heart energy, to have your cup full, to give the responsibility back to the others. This is not yours to carry, to let your inner child be free. Amazing. Okay, let's look at this Three of Cups. We've got to get some clarifiers. I'm just clearing out this deck real good because I want all Cappy energy here. I don't want anything else coming in. And I always do that, but it felt like a little extra this time, like just Capricorn only, please. For the Three of Cups, you get, now Three of Cups, the friendships, you know, feeling good about some of the relationships you've built. The Hermit and the Death card, Virgo and Scorpio energy. The way that you know that some of you know you're making progress in life is by the company you keep. The way you know you've transformed is by the people that show up with these unknown messages, these mysteries, these things, what's the word? Offerings, perhaps, for some of you. Offerings, respect, compliments. The way that you're showing up now in recognizing what you've done to build this is actually reflective of your own energy. But you're kind of gauging it by the people that are showing up around you that feel good and help you feel more and more empowered. Some of you may be spending a little time really reflecting on that or thinking about that with that Hermit card, but it all harkens back to your own inner wisdom, right? Let's look at this King of Wands. Let's look at this blocked energy here, this masculine father, ex, brother, uncle. I gotta say all of it there. Ooh, the Hanged Man and the Star. Ooh, yeah. So there's this energy here with this masculine, whether it's a father wound or an ex or just some wound with the masculine altogether. is that you really wish it wouldn't have been like that. There's still that part of your inner child that cries out and say, why does it have to be like that? Why me? Why did that happen to me? Why was I harmed like that? Why was I hurt like that? And at times this has the potential to make you feel like you're in a coffin, or like you don't have your bearings. I feel claustrophobic. I feel like I'm being bound. It doesn't feel good. Trapped, fooled, those kinds of energies. And there's a whole lot of challenge here with, gosh, why couldn't things be different? And I think for some of you, it may help to have a little bit of regression therapy perhaps around this. And not to go back and relive something painful, but to go and rewrite the story around it. I did something similar like this in a recent webinar I had, where we kind of worked with our timeline and we rewrote the stories. But some of you, it's time to revisit something like that. Some of you may like to have a type of regression, soul regression kind of experience. And that might help here, because in your friendships and in your life, I think you've recognized you know enough to know not everybody had that experience. Not everybody grew up that way. Not everybody had a father like that. Not everybody had an ex like that. And I do feel like you're owning everything here completely. I do feel like you're taking responsibility. I don't always feel like that for these readings, but I do feel like you're taking responsibility for your life as it stands. But it's also very natural to wish things would have been different and a bit easier, and that why did it have to be me? Why did I have to suffer that? Why couldn't I be brought into the tribe? Why couldn't I be accepted by my own father, my own brother, into this relationship I had with this masculine energy here? I think on the surface also, the reason why it's so hard is because, and I did see the Lover's card just then, so for some of you it's an ex energy. It's just so hard to swallow, because this person constantly try to appear like everything was fine, or they put on a certain mask or persona. Blaze just like had a little hacking moment there. So we're moving some of this energy here. It feels like a lot. So I'm going to encourage you to stay with it, because it is a little bit, I feel like we're kind of in like a, here I am doing a general reading and it feels like a personal therapy session here, but that's okay. This is what's meant to be, and we're going to trust the energy. For the Magician, in your needed focus, you get the Seven of Swords and the Tower. Wow, Capricorn, like you just said, I'm going to burn it to the ground. The wounding, the pain, the deceit, the lies, I'm going to burn that to the ground. I'm going to use this wand of fire, which is in my toolkit, and I'm going to burn it to the ground with the Tower. This energy feels quite chaotic, but to me it also feels very internal, meaning you're working with your own internal chaos energy and redirecting that somehow. I think previous till now, perhaps, when you're hearing these messages here and when you're understanding these energies, it just may feel like externally there's a lot of chaos, or that your internal world is so chaotic that you can hardly be in your own skin. Remember I said that was one of the possible woundings here of like being I can't even say it. Being comfortable in your own skin, and how important that is. You're choosing that now, and it's like you're going to take this internal chaos and you're going to find your own power in that energy, and you're going to use that chaotic energy almost like against itself to cancel it out. Well, that's some magic for frickin' sure. Let me know how that goes. Whew. Let's look at this Devil energy from the past. The Sun and the Page of Swords. Now in the Sun, we kind of see a cherub energy. That takes me to the inner child. At some point in the past, You decided to listen and pay attention with this Page of Swords. You made a decision to listen to that inner child, to listen to the calling of yourself. So I do see in the past there may have been some time being single, some time, estranged from the father, some time away from that masculine energy, and a recommitment to you and spending time. Some of you probably have already done some level of shadow work or inner child work around this, because I'm seeing that connection here, and it felt quite good. Oh yes, it did. It felt quite good. I feel like you've cleared out quite a bit, which gives me a promise and a hope that the heaviness of this reading is something you can handle. You're quite strong in this. This is not the first time you've heard this or dealt with it, but it also doesn't diminish it in any way, that these are a lot of energies and a lot of layers to work through. Woo. Got to get to this Emperor here in the future here. Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. So remember, Capricorn, I said this Emperor coming in your future might be a little bit of a warning of, here you are, you're nurturing your inner child with this Seven of Pentacles, you're nurturing your life, you've picked so many pieces up, you've put yourself back together in so many ways, you've got certain things in your life that are just building and moving quite nicely, and in comes this energy, or an energy like it. And you go, with the Four of Pentacles says, these are my pentacles. These are my pentacles. This is my dance space. This is my stable spot. And I'm not going to let you in it, because your energy feels like it's coming to take from me. And those are not the kind of relationships that I feel empowered by and I feel supported by. And that's that. That's really all there is to it in that. So when I say warning, don't freak out. I mean, seems like you have it under control here. Seems like you know what to do and how to do it. Trust yourself in that. Trust your strength. For the Nine of Wands, I love this, Cappy, because you had the Magician in your needed focus. You also have the Magician in your place of embodied empowerment, along with the Knight of Wands. Remember I said, like, you're going to have this internal process with chaos energy, and you're going to use the chaos against itself to nullify it, and that's going to help you feel better. That's exactly what I'm seeing you doing here. You're so determined. You're so passionate about this. You're so proud of the vantage point you now have due to having gone through some of this healing and these harder processes. And this is a feeling really of being on top of the world. And I really like this for you. It's not connected to like your hard work or maybe the normal things we would say Capricorn does. It's connected to passion and fire and drive, and it's that chaos canceling itself out, which is beautiful. And I think that's going to make you feel so much better. I love it. Great work. Let's look at this Five of Swords in your support and allies. So that Five of Swords said to me, like, this is like you realizing how much your knowledge and experience with pain and being hurt and betrayed has grown you as an individual. You get the Fool card and the Two of Wands. This really feels like a new lease on life. I feel that you definitely have some guides and some holy medicine people and some masters, creation masters around you that are really, really saying, yes, this is your new lease. You canceling out that chaos energy really feels great. You're going to cancel that out. That allows what it feels like here with this Two of Wands. It feels like it's you and your inner child then. This is that Playdate energy. And the Fool comes in and says, yeah, We're gonna have some fun now. Okay, we're gonna have some fun. That little girl or that little boy that didn't get to giggle and have fun and play because dad was angry, brother was angry, or, you know, that young woman who didn't get to express herself because she was afraid of what the partner would think, you know, and had to kind of grow into herself. She is now being seen. She is now being felt, heard, all of that. If you are a masculine Capricorn, same thing. You might have wanted to play a certain sport and somebody deterred you from that, or you didn't want to play sports. You had another talent. Your gifts and talents lied somewhere else, and another masculine energy came in and cut you off through maybe the energy of competition or something. And this is you going back and saying, no, I'm going to go back and pick up that part of myself, and they're coming along for this journey now, and they get to enjoy it. And it's really cool. I love that. I love that. All right, let's look at this unknown card. Very curious about this in your environment. Mystery message coming in, perhaps. Loving it. The Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords. So we've got confidence. We've got determination. We've got our heart open to love. Our cup is full here. It's feeling really good. Remember, I said when I pulled that unknown card, I feel like this is you feeling so powerful. And with two Queen energies, this is recognizing feminine energies being healed in the mental space and in the emotional space. Again, if you are a man, then that means you will see this reflected in the feminine energies around you and in your life. If you are a woman, this is you feeling embodied in these queen energies, right? And they are not boasting, they are not bragging, they are just being, and they don't even need to say anything to anyone else. Other people will say things to you. Trust me, people will notice this energy. This is very elevated. And remember that Queen of Cups now in your environment here is also connected to the potential outcome. And that's your heart feeling a whole lot better. Let's look at this star in your hopes and fears. The Ace of Swords and the Ten of Swords. There we go. Okay, so I had a pretty good feeling about this star, but since it's in hopes and fears, I knew there was maybe a little bit of heaviness here. The Ten of Swords definitely feels, it's kind of like being on the ground and having somebody step on your back or your neck and they're keeping you down. It's that kind of energy. And that's the energy of fear. It's the energy that you felt with this father energy or this masculine energy, feeling like you couldn't get up, feeling like you couldn't breathe or breathe correctly. But the Ace of Swords coming in, see, that's your hope, because the sword allows us to do what? Cut through the bullshit, to drop the gate on that feeling like it's all over, it's all done. And yet there is that feeling of it's all over and it's all done because you're going through quite a large healing process here. And I'm definitely feeling this in the gut again. There's definitely gut energies. I would recommend for the month of March, Cappy, having a lot of water on hand. Maybe whatever works for you. Check with, of course, your professional. But activated charcoal, things that, the zeolites, the kinds of things that the ick can bind to, because I think you're going to be having a physical release. I'm getting really hot right now. Starting to have that kind of hot, overwhelmed feeling. Yeah, make sure you're doing plenty of clearing in the month as you're working through these energies. Let's look at this Queen of Cups for the potential outcome. All right, you get the Three of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. And this is, you know, the Five of Pentacles, it's a card of feeling left out and abandoned and all that. But you're showing me that's what you're leaving behind. And this Three of Cups, remember you have it in your current energies. You're seeing in the relationships that you've formed now around you, you're seeing the reflection of the growth that you have done. So there's several energies coming up in this potential outcome. There's recognizing your own growth through the company you keep, like I said. There is a playful energy also to the Three of Cups. You had it in the Fool. You had it with the fairies at the very beginning here. It's actually going on play dates with people, with or without children, having a good time, just being more carefree, jumping around, you know, dancing around. It just feels very unscripted and it feels very natural. And you're making the choice of, I can either walk the path in solitude and feeling like an outcast. And I think some of you have done that, right? You've walked that part of the path. Or I can continue to forge these beautiful relationships with myself and others, where my inner child feels acknowledged and recognized and included, and I can have fun and I can play and I can absolutely enjoy the lighter energies. I can also let myself be supported and held by especially nature here, Mother Nature herself. I'm also getting a bit of a green man or green woman, kind of like the face with the leaves energy for some of you here. Some of you have that connection. I'm getting a Celtic connection. Whoo, Druid, starting to get the chills. Island, European island vibe, stone circle vibe. That may mean something to some of you. Okay, wow, we could go on in this one, but let's close off your reading today, Kathy, with a card from the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. Aha, this one comes out. You got number 49. Be insightful and established. Ground and rebalance your energy. Bring your awareness into the now rather than allowing it to occupy the past or the future. And we've just got some really gorgeous, brilliant colors in this. It's like an amazing and glory-filled reef, like coral reef of like life and growth and beauty and boldness and power, bringing your awareness into the now, right? And that's why you're doing the healing that you're doing. And who else operates in the now, right? Who else operates in the now? Your inner child, children, and our beautiful pets, they also operate in the now. So they're great reminders. So that's what we're embodying as Blaze is trying to get back on his snuggy bed. Why did you get down? Capricorn, it has been awesome to be with you here today. Thank you so much for tuning into this reading, and I look forward to seeing you next time.